Good morning, Diamondback parents. This is Cassie Atwood, Assistant Principal, coming to you today with a second installment of tips and tricks for parents and guardians when it comes to supporting their learners at home while utilizing Google Classroom. Last week we went over the features calendar and to-do list. Hopefully you found some value in those and hopefully your learner did as well. This week we are going to jump into the classroom and actually see what it looks like in the classroom. Again, please don't hesitate to sit down next to your learner, explore Google Classroom with them, have them open up their assignments, show you what they're working on, and reach out to us if you have any questions or concerns with that. We're happy to help you learn to navigate Google Classroom, as it's an incredibly powerful tool that's helping us get through this hybrid model. So first things first is we want to sign on to Google Classroom. If you're not sure how to do that, check out last week's video. Once you're on Google Classroom, you'll see all the classes that your learner is enrolled in. Likely you won't see these same things that I have here. You'll probably only see 4 or 5, depending on how many classes they're taking here at school. The nice thing is each one shows you a little snapshot of what the class is, who the teacher is, and what might be due or what might be coming up in the next couple days as far as assignments. Let's actually get into a classroom. So we'll enter our honors physical science here. And the first page that it defaults to is the stream. Think of the stream as kind of like a Facebook feed or a Twitter feed. It really shows the most recently updated information, and it shows it in a chronological order unless the teacher has taken the steps to change that order. So usually the most recent thing that is posted is going to show up first, and then you can scroll down and see past postings. Most teachers have their stream set up so it is just their information that's being posted, but some classrooms utilize it as an ability to have students communicate back and forth. So it really just depends on the teacher and the classroom and what works best for them. You'll notice that we are in Mrs. Robinson's science class, and what she tends to use hers for is a daily agenda. So that's a really nice place to go and see what's on the agenda for the day. But also a lot of our teachers will post a weekly schedule. So you can click on that weekly schedule and open that up as well. So don't hesitate to explore the stream with your student and your learner. You also have a card over here that says upcoming, so you can see what's due today, what's due tomorrow. You can also hit that view all, and it takes them back to that to-do list that we went over last week. So that's a nice feature to see things at a glance. The second tab is probably the most important tab in all of Google Classroom. A lot of times our learners go straight to the stream and they get stuck there, and we're really trying to help teach them to move over to the classroom tab because that's where the bulk of their work is going to show up, and that's where it's organized most efficiently. So you'll notice in this case under the classroom tab, this particular teacher organizes their topics by week. So if for some reason your student missed a full week of school on week 6, they could just go click on week 6 and see what the assignments, what the assignments for that week would be. Otherwise, they can go back to all topics, and usually it will post in chronological order unless the teacher, like this one, has chosen to keep information that is important all trimester long right at the top, like the link to the course, the class syllabus, and some tutorials and practices for things that they'll use all trimester. So when we go to week 8, there's a couple things we can do. We can click right on week 8, and it'll take us to everything that's posted under week 8. We can also just open them up on the same page one at a time, and it'll open it up in a small view. And if we want to view the assignment all together, we click view assignment, and it will give you the amount of points. It will allow your student to post a comment if that feature hasn't been turned on, if they need to ask a question to the whole class. They can also send a private comment to their teacher. This is where the work that's assigned will be attached if there's any PowerPoints or Google Slides or anything that they need to complete the work. It'll be attached right here. And this is where they can add or create things that they might need to turn in with their assignment. And then the last feature right here is the turn in button. One thing our students forget is that once they actually do the assignment, they forget to come back here and click this turn in button. And they need to do that because that's going to notify their teachers that it's ready to go. It's ready to be graded. It's just like turning in a physical copy into the teacher's basket. This is just doing it digitally. One thing that happens sometimes is students might hit this turn in button on accident or on purpose, and the assignment isn't finished and it's actually blank. The teacher will then get a blank assignment, and they will mark that assignment accordingly and return it to the student and say, I need you to redo this assignment. So keep an eye on that. If your student says that their work is done, but you're not seeing that reflected in the grade book, come in here first and open up the assignment and make sure that it was actually finished and that it wasn't accidentally turned in without being completed. So that's just a start. We'll go over a few additional things next week, but hopefully the second video is helpful to show you where they can find assignments, where they can find updated information, and how they can actually turn in their assignment once it's complete. All right, we'll see you guys soon with another tip and trick to help remote learning be as successful as possible. All right, bye.